The problem that we will discuss today is sleep cycle. The problem appeared in June 21 starters and has a difficulty level of simple. There are no prerequisites to solve this problem. The problem statement goes as follows. In the question, it is given that chef requires H units of sleep to stay active during his work. But it is also given that it's not possible, so chef uh, might not ideally sleep for H continuous hours, but that he completes his sleep in chunks. That is, he sleeps for some time, then works, then again sleeps, and so on. It is given that when he sleeps for less than h continuous units of time, the remaining time, that is basically h minus x, uh, is left, right? But to compensate this remaining time, he he has to sleep for double this time. That is actually, if initially the sleep required was h, then what happened is chef actually slept for x hours. So now you might be thinking that h minus x is left, right? But no, because he did not sleep for the full time, the h minus x amount, it gets doubled, and now the new value of h is h minus x into 2, and this goes on. That is, this is now the new h value, and now again he has to compensate for this value by sleeping total these many units of time, and so on. So what you have to do is, given a string s of length L, which describes the day, that is, in each day, this is L, basically tells L units of time are present, and that if the unit is 0, that is, if SI is 0, it means that that unit of time is free, that is, chef can sleep in that time. So, and if SI is 1, it means that the unit of time is occupied, that is, he has to do some work. So, given this data, initial value of h and the string s, we have to tell that can chef ever finish his sleeping quota to feel fresh on the next day. So let's see this sample example. So in this sample input, you can see that the value of h is 5, and initially there are 4 continuous units of time available to sleep. So let's say chef decides to sleep over here. So h is 5 and here x will be 4. So not complete sleep again. So 5 minus 4 is 1, but because it's not complete, it will get doubled. So now he has to sleep for 2 continuous units, and that can be easily completed in the next chunk, because you can see that there are 3 units present over here, and easily he can complete his 2 hours, and the answer in this case will be yes. That is, chef will feel fresh for the next day. Similarly, there can be examples where chef will never be able to finish even till the end, so the answer will be no. So this is pretty much the question. Now let's see how to approach the solution. The solution approach goes as follows. First of all, we have to find the chunks of time available for chef to sleep. That is, if let's say the initial string given to us s was like this, then the ones are of no use to us. So let's just count how many continuous zeros are present. So this is first chunk, it's of size 4. Then here we have a chunk of size 1, then again 1, then again here's a big chunk, and if you count, there are total 9 units of time present over here. So this is a big chunk. Then again there's a chunk over here, 1, and over here. So basically these are the numbers that matter to us: 4, 1, 1, 9, 1, 2. And this is the order. So the day goes on like this. That is, chef cannot first sleep over here and then sleep over here. No, he has to go in order, right, of the day. So these numbers are of value to us, and now we have to just decide that for each of these chunk, whether it's good to sleep now or not. Because remember, when you sleep in a particular continuous unit of time, your value of h changes unless you are completing your total quota. That is, if the time that you are sleeping x, if it is less than h, then what happens is h becomes twice of h minus x. So you have to just make sure that this is beneficial for you, because if by sleeping you are increasing your quota of sleep, required quota of sleep, then it's of no use, right? So let's see how to make this decision and how to check whether chef will be able to complete his sleep or not. So now, with the help of an example, let's understand that how to decide for each available chunk of time whether to sleep in that window or not. So I have an example with me where following, that is 2, 4, 7 are the available chunks and the initial value of h given is 10. That is, I need to sleep for at least 10 units of time. So my first chunk is of size 2. So should I sleep in this available chunk or not? What will be the outcome? What will be my result? The result will be that 2 units will be consumed and the new value of h, because this is not completing my total sleep, the new value will now become 2 into 10 minus 2, that is basically 16. So initially my quota was 10, that is h was equals to 10, and by sleeping in this time I am actually increasing my required time. So it's not beneficial to me at all. So the decision will be that I will not sleep in this available chunk. So pretty much the decision will be no. Now let's see what will be the decision for the next chunk. So for the next one, you can again see that the value available to me is 4. So if I sleep over here for all the 4 units of time, the new value of h will be twice of 10 minus 4. That is 6 into 2, that is 12. So again you can see that by sleeping over here, I am increasing my quota. So again, not beneficial for me to sleep over here. So again, the decision over here in this case as well will be no. So I can just put a cross over here. Now I have a 7 unit chunk with me. So sleeping over here, the resultant h will now be twice of 10 minus 7. So that is 6. So I have reduced my number from 10 to 6. So that is fruitful for me. So definitely I will sleep over here. So now you might be getting the idea that how to decide, because the number that is available to me, it should be at least half of my h. Only then it is fruitful for me. If it's less than half, that is in this case 2 was less than 5, 4 is less than 5, it's not helpful for me because it will only increase my quota. So if it's greater than my half, it's well and good. I will sleep in that units of time and reduce my h. Now the new value of h is 6. Again, 1 is very much small than half of 6. So I will skip this one. Again, for 4, I will take this one. Now what will be the new value? The new value will be twice of 6 minus 4. And that is again 4. So now my value remaining of h is 4, as you can see over here, and then my next chunk is of size 5. So I'll sleep and total quota is finished. That is, I can complete my total sleep. So my answer is yes. That is, on the next day I will be fresh for work. And as soon as I get my answer, I'll just break my loop and maintain some boolean variable to tell me the same. And I don't have to even check the next chunks of time because I have completed my quota here itself. So no need to see the next chunks. So in this manner, we can find out whether the answer is going to be yes or the answer is going to be no. So let's see how to implement the same in C++. So the implementation goes as follows. First of all, I have to take the input for number of test cases, which I am doing over here, and then I take the input for the L, that is length of the string, and H, that is what is the initial quota of sleep that I have to complete. After that, I have to take the input for the string S, which I am taking over here, and then after taking the input, I compress the string. So for that, I have my own function that is known as compress string, and what this does is basically, let's say if I have a string like following 0, 0, 0, some number of zeros followed by some number of ones, then again zeros, again ones, and so on. So it will convert this given string to vector of pair. And what will be the vector of pair be like? The vector of pair will be like it will be 0, 4, then it will be 1, 4, then 0, 3, and so on. That is, basically it will tell me that the character 0 is present 4 times. The character 1 is then present after that 4 times. Then the character 0 is present 3 times, and so on. So I have a vector of pair that tells me the information about original string. And why do I do this? Because for us only this count is important, right? The chunks of time. What is the continuous number of ones or continuous number of zeros? Basically ones are of no use, that you will see. So once I have this compressed string with me, I iterate in that. So whatever is the character, it is ch, and its count is represented by cnt. So definitely if the ch is 1, it means that it's not the free time. So I'll just continue. That chunk of time is not useful for me. I can only sleep in chunks that are having zeros, right? So for that I check if the count is greater than or equal to my current h. Okay, so if it is greater than or equal to my current h, it means I can sleep in this current chunk and complete my whole quota. So in that case, my answer is done. That is, the answer is yes. So I just mark my Boolean variable OK by doing an or equal to operation. And if I have completed my sleep, I just break. That is, if OK, break. Or else what I have to do is basically I have to then update my h. So how do I do that? So if it's not okay, that is my sleep is still remaining, then if and only if my count is greater than h by 2, because only then it is fruitful for me. If count is greater than h by 2, then only I do h equals to twice of h minus count, as you can see over here. And then this process keeps on going, and in the end I just check my boolean variable OK. If the value is true, it means that I have completed my sleep, then answer is yes, or else the answer is no. So this is pretty much the implementation. You can see the code. It's pretty much easy to understand, only that you need to maybe write your own function to compress the string, or you can even do it using a simple for loop, but you have to handle some corner cases in that case. So now I would like to tell you guys about CP tutorials that we have at CodeChef. If you are new to programming and want to learn concepts like binary trees, binary search, DSU, combinatorics, you can learn them from our expert educators over here. You can find this page on CodeChef website. And if you want even more structured content, you can always opt for our plus subscription on Unacademy, where you can use my referral code Darshan25 to get instant 10% discount.